today I want to do a get ready with me. I'm trying out some new products, including some new brushes from Morphe. I don't have a good history with Morphe, but we shall see if these are really worth all the hype. I was sent a new foundation as well from Milk. This is their skin tint. I also bought the Sephora Reveal or the House Lab. So I'm gonna do reviews on these, but we're gonna start playing around with some of these new products. First up is this. This is a very popular brand on TikTok. It's called the PHIX. It's like a PH and then IX. And I bought a bundle, and this one is a primer. This is the vitamin C primer. It's supposed to give a glow to the skin. Look how beautiful that looks. It has like an iridescence to it. And it's supposed to be like skincare and primer in one. It smells really nice. It has a vitamin, like a very citrusy vitamin C kind of smell to it. And it does give a beautiful glow. Look how glowy my skin looks now. So that iridescence kind of works as like a highlighter to the skin. Very beautiful. And Daniel Renee swears by this. It's one of the reasons that I bought it. I also bought the eye cream, so I will, after testing it out, do a review as well. Next, we are going to, let me open up some of these brushes from Morphe to play around with and test out as well. Oh, that is, oh, she is soft. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some foundation down. I'm just going to use this Morphe 103 foundation brush. This kind of angle really called to me. It looks like the Rose and Ben brush, but for way cheaper. So I have never tried her brush. And Milk sent me two of their shades, 5 and 7. I'm kind of going with 7 just because it looks more neutral looking. Let's see if I'm right. But this is their Grip Gel Tint. And I'm just gonna pour some off on my little plate and go from there. Hopefully this will match me. So let's see. Does that look like a good match? Maybe a little. Oh yeah, I feel like that's a good match. So we're gonna go with this one. And this brush is so nice and soft. I used to have a tiff with Morphe because a lot of their brushes were scratchy on my face. So we'll see how these work. This is such a nice light coverage foundation. It looks like it would be really nice for every day. The older I've gotten, the more lighter coverage I want. I used to be like really into really thick, heavy foundations, but I feel like as you get older, it accentuates a lot of the texture on your skin and can make you look even more older. So I tend to steer away from that now. And the lighter the coverage, the better. I will say I don't have problematic skin, so I don't feel like I have a lot to cover. I basically want to even out my skin tone and that my face doesn't look as stark white as it does without foundation. But this brush is really, really nice. So far, I like it. It hasn't pricked or like bothered me. We'll see once I wash them as well. 'Cause if you've watched my channel for a hot minute, you know I am picky with, I want things to feel nice and soft against my skin. I don't want to feel like I'm itching or prickling against the skin. That is a beautiful finish. I absolutely love the way this looks. Next up, I'm going to use this new concealer. I've only used it like once, but it's a hot mess. But I don't know. I'm still trying to get the feel for it. This is the NYX Bear With Me concealer. A lot of people recommended this to me as far as me trying a more hydrating concealer. I'm always complaining about my under eyes. So we're gonna go in I don't apply anything directly to my skin anymore. I usually apply it to the brush and then to my skin. I feel like this way it doesn't cake or is too heavy. I used to apply wands directly to my skin, but I just feel like the older you get, the more you just kind of need more lighter coverage so that it doesn't accentuate like every wrinkle you have. So that's just something different about hitting your 40s and starting to see a lot of really pronounced lines. I tend to forget to do this a lot, but I've been trying to get into the habit of it just because I feel like less is more the older I get, and it also defeats the purpose if you apply too much and then it looks crepey and ugly and makes you look older. So just a very light amount is all you need. And that looks absolutely stunning. I'm going to try the Prism Libre. I tried to use this the other day, but I don't know. I used it with a puff, and that is a mistake. The older you get, no puffs anymore. I think I'm going to give away the majority of my puffs to my goddaughter because Mama's getting a little too old. So I'm going to use this liquid highlighter brush from Morphe. This is the 282. And I will have everything listed down below that I'm trying out just in case. And I'm just going to go into all 4 shades. This is the shade number 3, and I'm tapping off the excess, just blending into the bristles what's left. And then I'm going to softly go in and set that concealer. And this is something that I've also been trying to decrease, is the amount of powder that I apply, especially underneath the eye area. It tends to really age you if you apply too much. So just a small light dusting. And then I'm going to go in with this brush. This is the 243, the Cream and Liquid Contour. Let me just get a contour out to play with. So let's use the Mario Light Medium. This is his skin enhancer. And that's what that looks like. And let's see if we can kind of contour or bronze our face a little bit with this. I don't remember if this is cool tone or not. I want to say it's cool tone. Oh yeah. This is perfect for bronzing. I love how, like, do you guys see that it applies exactly where you put it? And I have a lot of issues with brushes a lot of times because of that, because I have a smaller face and a lot of brushes are a lot more splayed and like huge. Like even the one from Anissa, I thought it would be more concentrated, and then it was so like it's so big and round here. You see that? Do you see how tiny this looks compared to that? That this applies like way too much to my face. So I think I might just use the Anissa one for blending and this for applying. This is absolutely beautiful. Really, really impressed by these new Morphe brushes. I think I might pick up a few more now that I've tried these, but I picked up the main ones that were calling my name. And let me just bronze a little bit here on the forehead. This kind of like, this can be used for like contouring or bronzing. It's kind of like an in-between shade. It's not too gray, but not too brown either. I feel like he did a really good job with this collection. But this brush, oh my god, this is perfection. Next I'm going to use a little bit of powder, and let me see, I don't feel like, I'm mainly using the new brushes. Oh, let's go in with some blusher. So I have some new blushes from SHEGLAM. I really, really like these. These are the Lunar Orbit Blush, and these are cream blushes. This is the shade Atmosphere. The only thing I don't like is that they didn't print the names on here. So I literally like Sharpied them. That's a little ghetto, but I had to Sharpie them to keep them. So this brush is really small. It's supposed to help you be like very concentrate your blush. This brush, oh my God. The way it concentrates blush, usually it takes a lot for a cream blush to be applied on. A lot of my brushes are not this condensed and like dense. This is perfect for applying creams, especially blush. The amount that it's applying is enough for the pigment, and then you can just like blend it in. That is beautiful. Oh my God, that is beautiful. I love the way this brush blends. Ooh. And it's very precise. If you have a larger face, this might not be for you, but this is very dense. It's small, which is nice for us with smaller faces because it helps you like really concentrate where you want the blush without overdoing it. A lot of blush brushes are like very, you know, like wide. Like this one, look how wide this is. Even this one, like it's really hard for me to find smaller brushes that work nicely. This one is so freaking old. I need to throw it away, but it's one of my favorite ones because it's an angled one and it works really nicely on my face. But the majority of brushes do not blend like this. This brush is so good. Really, really impressed by this. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with some powder. I think I don't have really anything new. Yeah, I don't really have anything new. We're just gonna go ahead and use the Dominique Cosmetics translucent powder. I really, really like this one. And then I'm gonna use this brush. This one is the 163, the powder one. The form that it has, like the splayed out flatness, really drew me in. I feel like a lot of powder brushes are like this and just like you can't really control a lot, which is okay if you're just gonna do like a quick dusting, but a lot of times it can be a little bit too much for my face. Like I said, I have a smaller face. This one I like from Anissa. It's angled, but as you can see, it's still rather large. And as I've gotten older, I want to apply just enough to set my face without making it look older. And a lot of times powders can make you look way older, accentuate even more. So we're just going to set everything into place with this. And that just is such a nice dusting. And I really work in the bristles, like tap it in there to get... Oh my God, I am obsessed with these brushes. Okay, I set this side of my face, so hopefully you guys will see the difference. This is this set, and this is without setting. So you can see it tones down the blush. It just kind of blurs everything. I love how controlled this brush is. Like, I never thought I would be like a Morphe girl, but... You know, I feel like a lot of times back in the day, I was like, am I being duped? Like, are people just like pulling my leg? Because I felt like everyone and their mother was like, Morphe this, and their brushes are so amazing. And then I bought like a crap ton of them and literally threw almost all of them away. I want to say I gave them to someone, like a subscriber of mine. I can't remember. But I literally was like... could not use them. They were so prickly against the skin. And these bristles are so nice and soft. This feels really nice. I will keep you guys updated. This is just like my first time using them. But I have to say, I'm impressed. she's impressed. I don't have any new, like, what's it called? New eyeshadow palettes or anything. But I do have these UCOOLME lashes. These are supposed to be like viral TikTok. I've seen them everywhere, so I went ahead and ordered them. I don't know if I should do this all in one video or do a separate video for these, but okay, overall, I really like the way everything is looking. It looks very natural and nice. I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Wax and just kind of go through and just brush my eyebrows. Oh God, I made a mess. Let me go in with a brush. There it goes. I really like that wax just because it kind of fills in the empty spots and then keeps my brows in place. It's a really great one if you're looking for something that keeps them in place. It's like a wax and tint all in one. Okay, so we're gonna try these UCOOLME lashes. This is the style Venus from the TikTok shop. I saw these and was intrigued by them. I waited until there was a sale. I am a sales girl. I will wait all day long until something goes on sale. Because in today's society, I just feel like there's way too many things, and so most things will go on sale at some point. So it comes with these little tweezers, and it comes with the lash remover, and it also comes with the bond and seal. So I really want to see if this is worth it or not. I know for me, I've used the Shein ones and been very impressed with them, and even the like other ones from like Kiss and stuff. So we shall see if these really last longer. But let me pull out a mirror. And you're supposed to apply the glue. Okay, I have little scrapity scrapes. Okay, you're supposed to apply the glue underneath just to the bottom of your lash. And then you're supposed to wait 30 seconds. Oh God, I got some on my bottom lash. So this glue does feel like really thick. So I'm not sure if they have a specific maker or something of this UCOOLME one, or they just literally put their name on it, because this looks very similar to a lot of the Shein ones except for the name. But we shall see. And I got the ones that were shorter, so this one only comes with like 14s all the way to 8. I hardly use 14s. 14s are like for the outer edge if I want to be like a little bit more bougie. To be honest, I use like 12s to 8 just because I like things to look a little bit more natural. So they feel like they're tacky. I'm gonna go in with some 12s first, and let's see when I pull these out how strong they are, because a lot of the Shein ones can sometimes come out like the little actual hair. And I'm gonna look down and I'm going to apply these to the outer edge. And this glue, the way it became tacky is outstanding. So here I have 12 right there. I think I'm going to apply a 10. I don't know if I should apply another 12. No. I want them to try to look like more natural, so I'm going to apply a strip of 10 and try to overlap it just a tad bit. And what I like about these is that the band itself is clear. I'm going to apply another 10. And I'm trying to overlap them just a tiny bit. So I have a 12, 10, 10. And I'm going to do another 10. So we have, they are really strong. I will give them that. Usually when I pull these out of some cheaper brands, the little hairs will come out, or sometimes the whole thing will just break apart as I'm pulling it out. So these like are really, really nice and strong. And so I'm going to do another 10. So that's 3 10s and 12. So far they look really beautiful. They look really fluffy, light, and okay, my bottom lashes are sticking to my top ones. I don't have a lot of hair there left, so I'm going to use an 8. So that is what it looks like. Let me know what you think. This is a 12, 3 10s, and an 8. I feel like they look very, very natural. And I'm gonna go in and seal them. Let me see what their seal looks like. I love this type of seal just because it's easier to get in there. And I will update you guys on the screen and let you guys know how long they lasted. I'm going to try to do as best as I can to take care of them as far as like when I take off my makeup and stuff. A lot of times they recommend for you to use like a makeup wipe and go in, especially because I do use eyeshadow. So we shall see, but I applied some seal here to the tweezers and I'm just gonna go in and squeeze them with my natural lash. But so far I have to say I'm impressed with the quality, especially because a lot of time the quality of these is not as great. So that's what it looks like. Let me know your thoughts, but I am nicely impressed by these. We'll see how long they last. Okay, I feel like that turned out really, really beautiful. I used my Smashbox Always Sharp to do some tight lining on my eyes, and then I used the Maybelline Sky High. This is brand new as well for underneath the lash line. I really, really love this mascara. Highly recommend if you like wands that have like really small bristles where you can really get into your lashes. And then I forgot to record that on camera, I'm sorry. But we're gonna do our lips. I'm using the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Trophy Wife. And I'm gonna use a Lawless Bright Pink to go on top. So I'm gonna shade in this quite a bit. Okay, and I did shade in the majority of my lip just because the shade that I'm using is very, very light. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler. I really like these lip glosses. This is in the shade Daisy Pink. And I'm gonna kind of just apply in the center and then blend it out. And I ate some. I ate some. Let me just go in with this brush and kind of, I like that. So I only need the littlest amount. I feel like if you were going to wear this straight on, this is better for people with lighter skin tones. If you're a light to medium or darker, you might want to use a lip liner because this shade is like such a bubblegum pink. But I do like that together with the darker lip. Let me know your thoughts, but I like the way it all came together. It's a very simple look. Mainly I wanted to try out the brushes, which we did. Really like the skin tint. I feel like it just feels so nice and soft, like almost like you don't have anything on your skin. And then so far the concealer doesn't have that much coverage. I would have liked a little bit more coverage, but I did use just the most minimal amount. I really like the Givenchy powder. It is pricey, but really nice for setting the under eyes. Do not recommend with a puff if you are on the older side. If you are on the older side, it does kind of dry out that under eye. So just a minimal amount of it is necessary. The Morphe brushes, oh my god, pick up one or two and see if you like them, but I am impressed, and I am picky. If you guys have seen my brush reviews, mama is picky about brushes. So this feels so nice and soft. I will do a full on breakdown separate review of these, but so far first impression, really good. What was the other new product that I tried? The primer, really nice. Just a very soft look. But overall, really like this. Let me know if you guys want more get ready with me's. I felt a little bit out of place, like all over the place in this video, because I don't really record these. But if you guys like these, if I see that there's momentum in this kind of video, I might start recording more of these, because it's nice to sit down and just play with makeup. I will in other videos actually use eyeshadow, but I really wanted to test out these like little lash clusters and see. So we'll see how long they last, and I'll do a full separate review on those as well. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Leave me a little purple heart if you guys made it to the end. I really appreciate you. YouTube has definitely changed a lot over the years, and I definitely see like a decrease in long form video views compared to short ones, which kind of makes me want to just focus on that, but we'll see. I'm trying to make a balance of both of them right now, but thank you guys so much for watching, for supporting my channel. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.